You know, these surprised me. A lot, actually. While the Inov-8 Trailfly Ultra G 280 is a mouthful to say, the shoe is a surprise experience with some fun new technologies from the brand known for lower stack, flexible trail grabbers. The Ultra G 280's big standout is the new nitrogen-infused midsole. Other nitrogen midsoles I've reviewed over the years have usually ranged from over-responsive to downright uncomfortable. But here, the shoes are surprisingly comfortable in all sorts of temperatures and conditions. They're, to put it bluntly, a nice surprise. A great shaped last is covered by a thicker, heavier woven mesh and deep G-grip outsole lugs expected from Inov-8. These shoes are fun and really capable, but not without their quirks. And right now, they're at $185, which puts them in a whole different price bracket. So what do I really think about this shoe? We're gonna find out in today's review. Let's dive in.
Ginger Runner.
What is up, everybody? Ethan Newberry, the Ginger Runner, here for another Ginger Runner review. We hope you've enjoyed all the reviews this week. It's been super fun. We have so much content to push out before the end of the year, so we encourage you to subscribe and click the notification bell so you can be notified anytime we do a new upload. Today is no exception. We're talking about this guy right here, the Inov-8 Trailfly Ultra G 280. This is a mouthful to say. One of these days, Inov-8's going to just simplify the names of their shoes, and it's going to make all of our lives a little bit easier. But for now, it's a fun shoe, and I can't wait to talk to you about it. Two quick things. First, we have new merch. We have the beanies, we have long sleeves, we have hoodies, we have this, the Elite Power Hiker shirt. It's a collaboration between myself and a Japanese artist, Heisi. She's fantastic. We are so excited that we have this limited edition t-shirt. Grab them while you can. Second, this shoe was provided for review by Inov-8. I'm under no obligation to say anything positive or negative about the shoe. I'm not financially compensated in any way for anything that I say in this review. All opinions are my own. No one has to approve this video. You're the first to see it. Give yourself some love, however you want, and let's dive in. We like to talk about the things that we like and dislike. Today is no exception. Let's talk about the things we like about the Trailfly Ultra G 280. The midsole. So these shoes feature this new midsole that Inov-8's doing that is nitrogen infused. We've seen this type of technology in other brands for many, many years. But here, I want to commend Inov-8 because I was a little skeptical at first, thinking my past experiences were going to influence what I thought of this one. I will say it surprised me because it's bouncier, it's softer, and it's more resilient in a variety of temperatures and conditions than I expected. So it is a low stack. It's not by any means a hugely cushioned shoe. You're gonna get a ton of ground feel, but this midsole is just so good at giving you just that amount of softness that you would need for all sorts of conditions and terrain. Shape. So the shape of this shoe surprised me. I've run in a lot of Inov-8 shoes now over the years, and the shape has always kind of thrown me for a loop. Most often the shoes feel very voluminous, whether that's in height or overall width, or they feel really narrow and very precision fit. But what they have here in the Trailfly Ultra G 280 is probably one of the best shaped shoes that I've experienced in quite some time. My feet do not want to fight this upper by any means. It just fits my foot really well. I'll acknowledge that my foot shape might be different than yours. I think many of our feet, they're probably different shapes, but I just had a really great experience with the shape of this shoe. Good job, Inov-8. And finally, grip. We've got some good sized lugs here. This is the G-grip stuff that we've talked about on this channel many, many times. I am still skeptical on the material itself. Inov-8's been touting it now for years. I'm not totally sold on the tech, but I do think that these lugs, the shape, and the overall implementation of the G-grip, it works for these shoes. Just finished a nice long wet run, and they grip what I need them to grip when I need them to grip it. So, good grip. That being said, it's not all hot pocket surprise and cracking win streaks. There are a couple of things that I dislike about the Trailfly Ultra G 280. Let's get to those now. Weight. It's not a heavy shoe. I say weight because this upper is heavy. It's a thicker woven mesh and it holds on to moisture quite well. So if you're running in adverse conditions, let's just call it rain or snow, this upper wants to absorb that water and hold on to it for quite some time. It doesn't really dissipate as easily or as quickly as other shoes. It's a bit problematic, and that ends up carrying a lot of weight in the shoe. So they're not heavy out of the box, but they can be if you run in wetter conditions. So it's just kind of problematic, especially now as our seasons have changed. The midsole. So I like it. I talked about how much I liked it, and I do. I just don't think there's enough of it. So this is a problem that I just tend to have with Inov-8. They are a brand that leans into a more reduced, a minimal style shoe. Always have. Very flexible, very close to the ground, tons of ground feel. I think Inov-8 customers really like that. I think they could have a hit on their hands if they just give us a bit more underfoot. Not quite as heavy as some of the other shoes that I reviewed from them in the past, but just enough of this midsole to give us a bit more protection underfoot, a little less ground feel, maybe more of a long distance ultra capable shoe. I can't imagine going much longer than 15 or 20 in this shoe. The longest run I had in them was 15, and that was probably the max that my feet would probably really enjoy in this shoe. So I like the midsole. I just would like a little more of it. And finally, price, it's $185, and that is a high price point to pay for a shoe that does feel more reduced, more minimal, has this really thick woven upper, which I think is kind of overkill. But this nitrogen-infused midsole, I understand, is probably something that they're trying to market and sell at a higher price point. I just think $185 is too much. It's just too much. But that's it for dislikes. So let's get a bit more specific in our breakdown where we talk about the build, quality, comfort, fit, price, and looks. Talking about the build quality, I think Inov-8 always has high quality shoes, and their build is always a testament to that. This is going to be a shoe that lasts you a long time. You can wear this thing in. You can really get it to adapt to your foot, but it's going to last you through those hundreds and hundreds of miles or kilometers, depending on where you're from. Comfort, the nitrogen-infused midsole is fantastic. Inov-8 also has a really nice insole that's the boomerang material that they do not use in this shoe, and I'm bummed that they don't, or at least that I know of. It doesn't feel like it is the boomerang stuff, but if it is, correct me in the comments. I just wish there was a little bit more cushion underfoot. It would give more comfort, but the upper and the shape of the shoe, whew, fantastic. Really, really impressive. I'm glad that they did that. Fit. Yeah, that goes right back to the shape of the shoe. I think for my foot, this shoe is a great fit. I am getting a bit close here through the midfoot on these laces as I bring this woven upper closer together. It stretches, and now that I've run tons of miles in it, it's stretched even more. So the sizing might be an issue for some. Just make sure you get the right size before you dive in. This is a size 11. I'm normally a size 11, and I'm just getting some pinching across the midfoot. Price, already talked about, $185. It's just too high. And looks, I don't mind it. It's fun. A lot of orange this season. Tons of orange here. But this is a cool color. It's kind of a green, blue, you know, whatever. It's fun though. Bringing us to our conclusion. I like the shoe. I like it a lot. I think it's a super big surprise for me from Inov-8, the nitrogen-infused midsole. Fantastic. You're going to get tons of durable, grippy miles out of it. I wish they were a bit lighter, or at least used lighter materials. I wish they were a bit more protective, or at least a bit more cushioning, and I wish they were a bit cheaper. All that to be said, I think some of you who are Inov-8 fans will find yourself a nice new home in the Trailfly G Ultra 8200, whatever. Or really any of you who are looking for maybe a bit less underfoot, a bit more ground feel, and plenty of grip and durability. This is going to be a fun option for you to pursue. Let's bring it to the final criteria. Is the Trailfly Ultra G 280 a buy, try, or a why? Solid try. I absolutely recommend this shoe for those of you who enjoy all the characteristics that I have described throughout this review. So for me, it's a solid try, and I'm happy that these things exist. It's kind of fun. Good job, Inov-8. Nice work on this. If you want more information, or if you would like to get a pair of the Inov-8 Trailfly G280 for yourself, there's an Ultra in there too. There are links in the description that will take you over to Running Warehouse. They are affiliate links. They cost you nothing, but they do help the channel out, and consider using those for all your running gear. If you are a GR crew member, there's even discount codes. You get more off, pays for itself. Fantastic opportunity, so consider that. But that's it. Table now turns to you. Have you run in these? Are these interesting to you? Do you want a pair? In the comments of this video, let me know. That's it. Subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell for updates whenever we upload a new video or go live, and social media links. And finally, join the GR crew. That's my final pitch. We'd love to have you join this amazing community of runners from around the world, going through the same things you're going through, maybe training for the same races that you're preparing for. It's just a really cool community of runners. We love them. We hope that you want to join. Patreon.com/thegingerrunner. That's it. Get out there, train hard, race harder, and party the hardest. I know I am. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.